The college football experience, college football playoff final four preview and picks episode. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCE SGPN. So do that and let it ride.
This is Randy Cross. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Preview and picks episode for the Final Four. Oh, hey. An amazing Final Four. Phoenix here. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. Because we're down to just three college football games left.
What?
Until August. That's where I tear up. Gets me every year. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Sir, I'm not okay with 3 games left. That's why you hear these bozos like, they got to end the postseason earlier. No, longer. We want this shit till February.
Okay.
I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Basketball Experience. Hopefully you caught him live last night. We'll be live later tonight as well. Give it up for former staffer with Austin Peay and the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Hopefully you caught up a little bit on some sleep coming back from that hell of a game at the FCS. And
oh man,
shout out to Montana State Bobcats. That was as good a game. And let's talk Final Four. Cheers.
Hey man, shout out to Tailgate Report too. I was kicking it with Tailgate Report. Everyone. I mean, that was the greatest, maybe the greatest game I've ever been to in my life. So shout out to Yankees. Colby's fucking back, baby. Yes, I am. And we're also joined by third man in the booth, the host of the Bottom Line Bobs podcast, which you should be subscribed to. Some know him as the man in the box. Some know him as Scumbagger Vance. Give it up for the great CJ Sullivan. How are you, pal?
Great. I had to put up the Noah because I a tribute for Mac enduring a show with Noah last night there solo because his partner in crime Colby was at the greatest game of all time last night, live in attendance in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee. Did you hit Broadway afterwards?
Dude, the night before I did. And I shit you not that there was 1,000 people standing in line to get into a bar. Mm-hmm. Illinois State fans.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit went for 3 blocks down fucking Broadway, dude. So I was supposed to meet someone there and I said, no, I will not go there. And then I went to apparently Post Malone's bar and got an absolutely shit house. So, I mean,
they all got bars. Jason Aldean's got a bar.
Yeah, I didn't know about this thing. Huh?
Oh, no, I know Nashville very well.
Yeah.
The old
place is the fucking best.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you it's much better if you go to a game like that because holy shit. I mean, both fan bases incredible. Tailgating scene incredible. Shout out to the fans. A couple different fans came out, said what's up. Look, I mean, it's like people are just discovering that FCS is the heartbeat of American football. This has been happening for a long time, but that game, holy shit. I mean, the fucking special teams. I mean, you felt so bad for Tommy Rittenhouse, who played his ass off. Just an unbelievable game. I mean, FCS football is the greatest fucking.
What a
shit.
fourth quarter and overtime! Incredible. Those I feel bad for these Redbirds. Well, I mean, that was one of the greatest runs of all time. What they did,
and to lose like that is like. That's got to be one of the worst ways to lose a championship. I was just saying. Ever,
so that was the sixth time they got a kick blocked. Like, what's going on with their special teams unit? For God's sake!
Yeah, they got to can that guy, right? They got to can that guy.
They got to can extra points in overtime. Period. If you're making up college rules in overtime, just get rid of the extra point. Make it always for 2. You know, why is it like, okay, after 2 times you have to go for 2? Make it. You always have to go for 2. Then get these kickers out of here. You should.
I like special teams. I like special teams,
but you shouldn't have to lose on a blocked extra point.
But I get your point. When they make you go for 2, that bothers me.
Right.
I hate that development.
If they're going to,
it's all overreaction to that LSU A&M game that went to like 7 overtimes.
Yeah.
We most of these times. I mean, go back and look at the overtime rules since the 90s. Like only 1 or 2 went like really that deep, and everyone overreact. Oh, player safety nonsense.
Right.
The 2-point conversion score off shit is garbage. All right. It's a garbage rule. So, but I mean, I would move it back to the 40 and make kicking even more important.
No, I would change all the rules. I certainly wouldn't count the statistics or in the overs. If you're just going to drop the ball at 25 off of a fucking drone, I mean, that's not football at all. But if you're going to do that, then make them go for 2. Then there's no kicking.
Well, I mean, I don't like them making you go for 2. I like extra points to me. Remember, they were considering getting rid of extra points in the NFL not long ago.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Just give the automatic 7.
I like just making the extra. I just think like you should always have special teams involved.
All right, fair enough. Okay, well then you're right. Then don't force them to go for 2.
Yeah, right. I'm on board there.
And certainly don't go to the 2-point conversion off like it's a layup drill.
Yeah, that is garbage. That is absolute garbage. I agree. But man, that game. Would you have gone for the 4th and 1 there, Mac, or kick the field goal?
I think I would have kicked the field goal. I know that's
because they had struggled at running between the tackles on third and inches. If they are going for that. I look, and I never agree with not running but they were not having success running up the middle on short yardage. So you'd have to do one of these gimmick little jet sweeps or like little quick little Chinese passes, I call them. Something pop screen, whatever the fuck.
I'll say this in the moment. I said, go for it. Now, hindsight is obviously 50-50. Kicking the field goal wasn't the wrong decision, obviously. You know what I mean? It's a 39-yarder doing the game. But there was 59 seconds ago. You had all the momentum in the world. 4th and 1. And you've had 6 blocked kicks.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? You've had 6 blocked kicks. And you can run the clock. You can get it. Run the clock down to the last play. Whatever. But anyway, hindsight's 50-50. Kicking the field goal is not the wrong call. I would have went for it, but whatever it is. It was an amazing game. I just feel bad for Illinois State.
Oh, I mean, I can't think of what's the worst way you've seen a championship loss? I mean, maybe Norwood, maybe Scott Norwood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But at least Norwood wasn't as bad because it was a longer field goal and then it wasn't a missed extra point later or blocked extra point later. I feel like this is probably the worst. Maybe Chris Webber timeout, maybe Chris Webber timeout. Yeah.
For sure. Hey, you can go to Sunday Night NFL with Baltimore missing that kick and Harbaugh not giving the ball to Derrick Henry with 28 seconds in a timeout and letting his rookie kicker go out there for a 47-yarder. Derrick Henry is, I don't know if you've watched him, Harbaugh. Obviously you haven't. he's a goddamn Hulk out there just stepping on people.
I was on Broadway to watch some Ravens fans watch that misery, and that was entertaining. That was entertaining. All right.
Meanwhile, it saved their franchise because they fired Harbaugh because of it.
I know Michigan was probably like, "Fuck, we didn't know John Harbaugh was going to be available."
Seriously.
Right?
Yeah,
he went with Whittingham. Too late.
Yeah. He makes that kick, and Tomlin's fired. That's what's so funny.
Look, I know like the transfer portal's going batshit crazy, so we will not be talking that this episode. We'll do another episode where like the transfer portal is just insane right now.
Oh my God.
1/3 of all college football players are in the portal. I read that.
Who left from Oregon? Davidson?
Multiple no, I don't think they officially left. I think they're playing it out though, right?
Oh, they're still playing
it out. They're going to play it out.
Yeah.
They're already making plans for next year. Like,
I think multiple players did too.
Man, you can't play. I mean, it's money. It's what it is. But like, it's
just
crazy.
so dumb that this is the system. Like,
also,
going on right now while the Final Four.
I think they're gonna fix that. I think they're gonna move that to the spring. But it's amazing that many coaches.
This is what the coaches voted for.
Yeah, it's amazing that many coaches voted for this. But now,
and now they bitch. Well, we can't change pensions, and this is what you wanted. They offered it to you.
I think they're realizing because look, this hit everybody.
Yeah.
By the way, and credit to Ryan Day, because I know he was one that was against that. He said it should be in the spring, but all those SEC coaches wanted it here. Like, I mean, 90% of all of coaches wanted it there. But I know Kirby Smart was adamant on like, hey, we want this in January or December, the portal in January. I think I'm curious. They have that big meeting, I think next week with all the coaches. I'm curious because think about this. Oregon's OC and DC are gone. Ole Miss's entire fucking staff's a mess. Although for Pete Golding, he's going to vote against it because that's how I got my gig.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, Indiana and Miami are, I guess, the only two that hasn't really been affected. But Shannon Dawson, I know, interviewed for like Coastal Carolina, so it was close. So maybe Cristobal will be of that opinion. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna jump into this thing in a second here, but first, I want to just start from the top and say, how refreshing is this Final Four? You got 3 teams that have never won a national championship. I know the Ole Miss thing; they claim one in like the fucking 50s or 60s.
You can claim anything now. You can claim anything.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't the AP. They were not voted national champs. They were just claiming some bullshit. Miami hasn't won an ACC championship ever.
I got to keep talking. I got a ceremonial ticket rip I'm going to do just for our show here.
Perfect. YouTube.com/the college experience. Jump on over there. But Mac, I think this is the most excited I've been about any college football. Like considering that we had the 4-team playoff, this is to me the most exciting one we've ever had because you're having you're having teams that have never had. I mean, Indiana before this season was the college football team with the most losses.
Yeah.
So you got that going on. You got Oregon, who's been knocking on the door forever, never won a natty, right?
Yeah.
Ole Miss's story with Trinidad Chandler / Pete Golding is probably the best story of all of them. You got Cristobal, who's everyone, including myself, says he can't coach himself out of a fucking paper bag, right? He might win a natty, right? I mean, this is exciting times, guys. This is very exciting times.
It is. All right, let me just tick because I see it in the chat and Beeves already Beeves already knows because he's a C-generate. He knows what's happening here. And I know I've probably missed your 8 reaction shows. You have a reaction to the reaction shows and all the late stuff. I'm sure you guys already broke down the Whitewater upset.
We have not. I was in Nashville for that. I was at Postie's. Man. I was at Post Malone's place, and that son of a bitch didn't have the Stag Bowl on. We had to put that thing on a fucking on a cell phone at our table.
Shout out to Whitewater. That was
you
awesome.
Get these artists. You get these fucking musicians. They think they're, they think
these artists in Nashville.
You think they think their shit don't stink. Not putting the Stag Bowl on.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Unbelievable. And,
but yeah, talking about. So I had a Texas Tech future. I'm gonna put it right here into the camera here.
Oh, buddy.
25 to 1. 25K. Lock it up. That Orange Bowl, it wasn't just they didn't show the fuck up. The entire Orange Bowl didn't show up. You put this on it, and that was an embarrassment.
That was awful.
I wasn't that.
So they gotta learn not to put these fucking games.
Good luck with Cincinnati's quarterback next year, you oil fucking sons of bitches. But I mean, that was absolutely fucking.
It was awful. It was a horrible,
just a terrible game.
Well, they did a great job.
It was a horrible environment. I'm like, is this the Orange Bowl? What the hell's going on? It's at noon. No one even gave a shit. there was an environment, Oregon would have won that 52 to fucking nothing. The fact that it was that close was even a joke. I mean, my God, was Texas
How about your boy Baron Morton?
Oh my God, Baron Morton. I mean, I think I think he's the one who booked my ticket because he didn't want to pay it out. I mean, he was missing screen passes by like 6 yards.
I argued this shit. I said that backup is a better quarterback, man. Now, I bet Texas Tech too. I didn't have $1,000 on the line, but I'm saying my only concern was that everyone's been praising that lawn chair for a long time, and that dude I'm surprised he didn't get injured because they were getting beat down so bad. I just would assume he would have faked another injury.
How did not make a switch at halftime? You have to make a switch.
Well, because your second string's out for the year, so you would have went to the third string.
Fuck, put an extra tackle in. I mean, snap it directly to the running back. Something. That defense though was still amazing. That's what I mean. The fact that the game was that close. That's how good that defense.
Oh, that D line was just. And they just landed the top D lineman in the portal too, right? Like earlier tonight. So
ferocious.
They're not going anywhere though, dude. So buy the ticket again next year. Me and NC Nick were talking about this. They're essentially what Indiana was last year. This year. You know what I mean?
I'll side note that $1,000 started from $20. I never initially put 1,000 in. I roll it up, then I shove it.
Roll it up, buddy.
And then so it was 20.
You went for the jugular. I respect
it. I respect it. You were close. You were close, buddy.
Good number.
Rich Rod. There you go.
Remember my San Jose State bet? You're a lot closer to my San Jose State bet.
I just wanted to see a game. It wasn't even a game. I'm watching like, oh, they're just not here.
Yeah.
This is not happening.
Both those ones back to back were just complete ass whoopings. Indiana and Alabama.
At least that was
Texas
enjoyable watching Alabama get destroyed. I mean, you know what I mean? And watching Alabama quit and kicking a field goal.
What a little bitch move. What a bitch move. We got to get points. We can't get shut out here.
Alabama, sir. Hey. Yeah, you are Alabama.
It was like wasn't even that far. Was that 4th and 3 or something? What was that?
I was like, wow.
They should have kicked it after that bullshit fake punt that they tried to run, where they tried to go and then come out of it and do a cha-cha-chop. That's like, get the fuck out of here. By the way, Alabama fans, 4 former Nick Saban assistant coaches coaching in the Final Four.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that is hilarious. First off, but
stick to the ego. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, the Pete Golding thing is pretty fantastic. The Pete Golding story is probably
love Pete Golding.
That is, and did you see they lost some more coaches this week?
Yeah.
I don't care. We got Chuck Weiss's kid. We got Golding taking the team to chapel. They're wiping away those Lane Kiffin sins away. Now they're all religious.
What was Joe Judge's comment today?
Oh my God. They asked Joe Judge.
Who's Joe Judge, former New York Giants head coach. He's on the Ole Miss staff with Pete Golding and company.
He is on the Ole Miss staff. They said, how chaotic was this week? He says, I used to live next to Aaron Hernandez, and this is more chaos. God bless Joe Judge.
Great answer. Great answer.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah, man. It's tough. Bama, that was a royal ass whooping. And then so the best games were, the best game was the Ole Miss game. And I see, shout out to Pete in the chat. Colby, do I give Charlie Weiss Jr. credit? 100%. But look.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
But the real credit, sure, I'm going to give some to him. But Trinidad Chambliss was playing like, it was like, when you get the star in Mario Kart, you know what I mean? Like you just, you were just, there's a better comparison, I'm sure.
I'm saying I think he's the most underrated quarterback in the country. I didn't think it was going to be enough. I was still on Georgia, but the fact that it came down to Mario Chambliss being Superman, like I wasn't shocked. I'm like, this is who this guy is. The fact that he was not the starter for the first couple of weeks means like, fuck, what are we even talking about with Lane Kiffin? He's his quarterback guru. You're not starting Mario Chambliss. This dude is the fucking man.
If he plays at that level, that was incredible, and that only makes that story so much better. You have the Pete Golding with half the coaching staff, right. But then you add in that Trinidad Chambliss just went into like fuck you mode. Yeah. Dude, that was great.
He should have been in New York. I always say that was my thing. He should have been in New York for the Heisman.
He's awesome.
He should have garnered votes.
Yeah. And he's trying to come back. He signed a deal. We'll see that he's trying to get that extra year of eligibility.
And he's got a good family, good upbringing.
He's from
at LSU.
No, he signed a deal to stay with Ole Miss if he gets the extra year.
That's what college football is. He re-upped at Ole Miss.
Now,
well, you know why he signed it, right?
Opted out though of that deal.
What's that?
Like, are there restrictions that he can't opt out?
Well, I mean, he announced it. Pete Golding announced it, but I'm saying like he's apparently they signed that deal so he could potentially sue the NCAA because essentially the ruling hasn't happened yet. If the NCAA does rule this, because he didn't play at Ferris State for a couple years, right? And he was injured one of those years, so he's trying to claim the medical red shirt on that. So if the NCAA rules against him, which over the past couple of years they've ruled against a lot of people like this, So, well, the difference is that you can sue saying you're stopping me from making the money that I'm due.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, well, I think even worse because I think Pavia hadn't signed the deal yet, so this one would look even worse. Yeah. So I mean, that should be something. I think he'll be back at Ole Miss probably. If I had to bet, like long term now, I expect the NCAA to not grant him it, but then I expect him to sue and win.
Yeah.
Pavia?
No. Pavia, who knows with Pavia? I mean, Chambliss. I'm talking.
We're talking lawsuits. I thought you were talking Pavia. Sorry.
Pavia should come back if he wants to make even more money.
Well,
I don't understand why. Why did he lock down saying I'm going pro? Like you would get $5 million, come back to college football.
Well, he tweeted at Trump. He's like, Trump, can you give me an executive order, to give me another year of eligibility? And so on Twitter told him, listen, if Trump finds out your name, Diago, he'll give you an executive order.
Diago. Are you quoting Donald Trump? Are you quoting Donald Trump when he reads that? He goes, "Who's this Diago Pavia kid?"
Let's get him out of Tennessee.
Yeah. What the hell's he doing in Tennessee? Right? All right. Anything else you want to say? I mean, I think this is the most refreshing 4 teams. And I mean, the FCS does it all the time, but this is pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
These games are going to be good too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully. Filthy venues.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Folks, want to tell you. The college football experience is brought to you by, us. We are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Get access to all of our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place. The SGPN app. Download it for free in the App Store and Google Play Store. Just type in SGPN and remember to let it ride. We're also brought to you by the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, known to detonate at any weekly detonations, hosted by the great CJ Sullivan. What are you guys talking this week, buddy?
Oh, we're talking some playoffs. I'm prepared to fly to Philadelphia for the big Birds-Niners game this weekend, so I'll have boots on the ground.
There we go.
We're there to get some Purdy blood. We're gonna literally try to break Brock Purdy's life. But yeah, so I dipped into petty cash at SGPN and flew me out there for the game. So.
Well, there we go, and let's not forget that friend of the program.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN.
You got to bring up Iowa State to me.
You mean the Penn State Cyclones? Look, okay, if we want to talk, but subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs. Hold on, I gotta, folks. I want to tell you that because I'm ready to argue things.
Listen, after the ad break, by the way, everyone subscribe to Bottom Line Bombs. I have an Iowa State health insurance ex-wife update that I want to give out.
All right, there we go. Next up, I want to tell you we're brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. Yes, all 50 states you can trade tons of market.
Legal for now, Kalshi. If you read the headlines, Jesus Christ.
Legal in all 50 states. You can trade tons of markets in sports, including college
including
football.
If you're going to steal the president of Venezuela, apparently.
Well,
Trump made money on that one.
Well, I don't get bring the head cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
Trump was like
trying to get our 2 boys ready to carry them to golf tournament full practice, right?
Yes, we just partnered up with Kashi. They're
They'll love this ad read.
yeah. Look, in all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets. In sports, they got tons of stuff: college football, college hoops, NBA, NHL, all that good stuff. You can even trade props, all different types of props. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment, hell, even the weather. New Kashi customers get $20 when they use the promo code SGPN. That's Kashi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy.
Underdog's like, don't drag me into this.
Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to $5,000 the amount of money you enter. 5,000 times the amount of money. I can't fucking talk. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our old promo code. Not old. I mean, it's new, but I'm saying, old, like Ole Miss. TCE SGPN. So jump over to Underdog Fantasy and do that. All right.
Emotional.
Oh, sorry.
It's tough.
Yeah, Kashi, they gave out markets on the Venezuelan president. Apparently, again, if they would invade him, and apparently there was an account set up around the Mar-a-Lago area. Maybe they wanted to get Barron on his feet, and he cleared like $500K on it the day before they took Maduro and fucking put him in a prison. And now everyone cleaned up on it because insider information got out. And now they're trying to say it wasn't an invasion. And Gambler's like, what? How's it not an invasion? What did they teleport him out of there? What are you talking about? They stole the president.
Unbelievable.
Lag it up.
I want to jump into this but I wanted to also go to you remember when JMU and Tulane made the playoffs and everyone was bitching about these group of 5 players, or a lot of times they'll even shit on the ACC and the Big 12, right? I find it funny that all of Penn State's team is Iowa State right now, right?
Absolutely. That was my update. So the insurance ran out, so I had to make nice. So I gave the ex-wife a Christmas stocking stuffer, if you will, of a future bet on Iowa State to win the championship. Now it was basketball, 10-1, whatever. Bad, not whatever, 100 to 1,000. She opens it up. She goes, "That's all you win is 1,000? It's a terrible bet. We just lost our coach." It's like, listen, it's basketball. I would never waste that shit on football. even Rocco left. I'm not that dumb. But here, just take it.
Yeah, this is Otzelberger in your stacking. Lipsy, Momchilovich.
Well, this is what I mean is but both can't be right. This is why I get pissed off at the narrative that they drive home about, hey, the ACC and Big 12 are dog shit. These group of 5 programs are dog shit. Well, how can that be if they're rating all these players? I was looking at JMU already, right? Mm-hmm. JMU has already had guys transferred, a few to UCLA. Their starting running back went to Oklahoma State. Their starting quarterback went to UCF. The starting corner went to Colorado. The starting tight end went to Florida. It just doesn't fit their narrative, because why else would this be happening? Why are these teams getting rated left and right if those conferences are so bad? If these teams are so bad, then why the fuck is that happening? It's just more proof that these fucking bozos are just pushing down these corporate fucking narratives. Mm-hmm. Corporate fucking narratives. Anyway, we'll talk about that more on the portal episode, because I'm going to be specific.
No, but you're right. I mean, it's so much different with the portal, and even if you look at the Final Four, like these D lines, like the talent used to be on Alabama and Georgia, but they're spread out they go everywhere now.
You look at it right now. I mean, what? So it's 11. Was it 88 players starting lineups? So, with the Final Four, Ole Miss starts 8 group of 5 players. Oregon starts 7 group of 5 players. Miami starts 9 group of 5 players. Indiana, I think, is even more than that. I think Indiana is 11. They can't push both narratives. You can't tell me that the group of 5 doesn't deserve a seat at the table when you're rating all their players and they're playing. Oregon starts 3 group of 5 offensive linemen. So it's like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? We'll go deeper.
And James Madison, by the way, put up a lot more yards and points on Oregon than Texas Tech did.
That's what I'm saying. Or Alabama's 3 points with that Cockanimi field goal, right? They would have got shut out too.
Great field goal, you bitches of Bama.
We'll address that more on our portal episode that we'll do some point this week. But let's just jump into it, fellas, because we got Thursday night, the Fiesta Bowl. These Miami Hurricanes in Glen. This is another thing that's hilarious. They put Miami, Ole Miss in Arizona, and Oregon, Indiana in Atlanta.
It's so easy to flip that. Flip it.
Like
you have the time. Flip it.
They're so dumb. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. Like, it's just the dumbest fucking morons. Well, they're just playing on campus. Campus. I mean, Miami's going to play a home game if they win this, by the way.
It's almost honorable how well college football fucks it up in every single way, every time, no matter what it is, what the system is. And I know you like the layoff more. No other sport has a team lay off for 5 weeks after the regular season's over.
I don't like the layoff. I think they should go right into the playoffs. It just needs to be a large playoff.
It goes from that. It went from the seeding. It goes from this and to even the locations. They can't get anything right.
Nothing.
Well, they might get right by accident when if Miami wins this, they'll be hosting a home game at their home stadium.
Oh, perfect.
Which, by the way, LSU's won 2 natties playing at home, by the way, pretty much in New Orleans.
It's true. No, it's true.
So, nothing like favoring those teams, right? You bastards. But, so Miami's laying 3.5, shop around, over under at 52.5. In this game, the first thing that stands out to me is I think the over is going to be a decent play here. I just think Ole Miss's defense gives up some yardage, so like Miami should have success. And then I'm like, Miami's defense is good, but I also think Trinidad Chambliss, if you look at what Miami lost to SMU with Jennings, who's mobile.
Yeah.
But they run that Rhett Lashley, offense, and then they have they lost to Jeff Brom and Louisville. Now Miller Moss is not athletic by any means, but to me they're both similar offenses to what Ole Miss does, right? So I think they can have success against the Canes, and I think Trinidad Chambliss's mobility can help negate some of that pass rush. Now you could say, well, Marcel Reed struggled. He got sacked 7 times, and I'll say, yeah, Marcel Reed is also a wild card when he throws the ball. Like all year, he has been incredibly inconsistent. Whereas Chambliss, I actually think I have better faith in Chambliss to know what he's doing with the ball. He's only thrown like 3 interceptions all year. So I'm going to take the points here. I'm going to take the points here in Glendale at that filthy. This should be at Sun Devil Stadium. These fucking losers played at this bullshit. I think you got especially if you can get that 3.5 that's out there, try to get that because I see this being like a field goal game. But yeah, look, Ole Miss is playing with a special message. They're a team of destiny, and one of the best angles for me here is one of the reasons why I like Miami last week is they had 2 weeks to prep. I don't like Cristobal in short rest. So give me Pete Golding, although I don't really have a lot of data to say he's good on short rest. But give me Ole Miss. I think they're playing for something here. So let's go. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
Great game. I am taking the 3.5, and I don't even think you have to shop around because I don't think this line's coming down. I think people like Miami. And Miami, I mean, they are steamrolling. I get it. And their defense is ferocious. That D-line is great, but couldn't it also be that they played a questionable Ohio State offense and a questionable Texas A&M offense? They played a very questionable Ohio State offense and an even more questionable, unprepared A&M offense, I'd say. This is definitely the most dynamic offense they're going to face. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, Miami will run the ball, and they will run the ball very well. That's why I kind of push back on your overplay. I kind of like the under here. I think and they have a D line. Miami's got a great D line, but they're not deep. They have 4 guys they use, and Ole Miss will try to battle that with tempo. Miami knows that.
What's the closest thing to Miami's defense?
Longer drives, you know.
To me, the closest thing to Miami's defense is I think it's actually Oklahoma.
Could be.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They scored 34 at Oklahoma. So like I think Ole Miss is gonna get theirs.
Yeah. No, I agree. And listen,
Yeah.
and I'm a Chambers believer. That's why I'm taking Ole Miss. I'm on the money line. I have them plus 3.5. It should be a great game.
But even if you want to say Georgia's D line, I don't think is as good as Oklahoma's or Miami's. But they scored 35 in the first game against Georgia, and then 39 in the second game. So like they're gonna, I think they're getting in the 30s, at least the high 20s. If maybe they, I mean maybe the coaching plays an angle. I don't know, but
here's a. I don't know if you handicap this in there. This is the Fiesta Bowl out there in Glendale. And I read this somewhere. That field always seems to be slick in the wintertime.
That field is a pile of shit, dude. I've been to this game. I have been to this fucking Fiesta Bowl before.
There's always
this
bad
filthy toaster
there.
oven.
Yeah, there's always bad footing there. The Eagles lost a Super Bowl because of that fucking ice rink they put out.
No,
there.
honestly, it's like
seriously.
people don't realize this. This is known for being a terrible field, which is hilarious because they're like, hey, let's take it away from Sun Devil Stadium, even though that's on natural fucking grass, right? To go over here where this pile of shit play. Have you seen a lot of players have complained about they got injured in this place? Yeah.
100%. They're gonna be switching shoes. It's gonna be an
so wait, who does that help more?
I think it helps the under more than it helps either team.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they're both gonna have to adapt to it. At the same time, Miami's upset of Ohio State. Yes, it was point spread wise, more of a shocking result, but the Ole Miss upset of Georgia was more shocking to me than when they beat Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just as far as eyeballs.
Even though they almost knocked them off the first time, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But,
for sure. I was just shocked how bad Georgia's defense was, the way they were playing down the stretch. And a lot of it was Trinidad. Trinidad's amazing. I mean, I'm a Trinidad believer, and that's why. And I think now Carson Beck has not been actually overall great in the playoffs. He's still, he's still solid. This is going to be a back and forth. This is going to be a battle.
Mo's in the chat says Tom Fornelli has the take that the bad field plus 2 teams that miss tackles equal over. I will say that I do believe Miami.
All right.
I think Miami is one of the worst tackling teams in the country, if memory serves me correct.
Yeah, I mean, and that actually is a decent take. And D-back slip and makes those. If you just make a quick cut, that's what happened in that Super Bowl. You have Kadarius Toney scoring touchdowns for crying out loud. But the point is, I think. And as far as the coaching matchup, Miami as a dog, that's where Cristobal can do well. Now Miami's a favorite by 3.5. That's where Cristobal becomes Cristobal. And I was with you. How do you do the coaching mismatch with Gold? Well, last week, Kirby Smart versus Goldich. I mean, complete mismatch. 14 bowl games versus the first bowl game. And Kirby's the one who looked like it was his first bowl game, the way he fucking melted down. Go ahead.
Well, no, and like to me, like I think Miami got lucky by not having to play in the ACC championship because I don't like them against prolific SMU and so what Pitt does not like. What teams did they play that actually they got CJ Carr in his first ever game? They didn't play any fucking great offenses, and the ones they did, they lost to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like so, it's like SMU's offense is pretty good. Louisville's offense is pretty good, especially because they have guys that can beat you on the ground and they can beat you on there. Pretty complete. Ole Miss has a similar offense to that. Like to me, like their skill position players, I think can be a problem for Miami. Now, obviously, Miami's D line's been in fuck you mode lately, but yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
No, not at all. And you're right about the ACC, SEC, and ACC's been overrated, but ACC when they're favored over an SEC spot. That's not good. That's they're 37% against the spread in any of those situations. So this is too high of a number. And I mean, I don't know. I think Ole Miss really, I think there's something to this. Them rallying around this whole Lane Kitchen situation with Goldich in there. Now they're going to Chapel. They're fighting on it. They're feeding on it. They're telling them to go fuck off. Now Miami does have the one extra day rest, which is something, and Ole Miss still does have a skeleton coaching crew, but
Ole Miss seems to be like playing with house money. It's like they know
yes.
You know what I mean? It's like they're just like, okay, we're not supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be in the Georgia game. You know, our coach quit on us. Yeah,
right. And Ole Miss's defense, probably of the 4 defenses that are left, they're probably the worst. But if you throw out those Georgia games, they've only let up like 17 points a game versus anyone not talked that wasn't Georgia.
Yeah.
Trinidad is the best player right now of these over Mendoza. Mendoza, yes, he's the Heisman winner. I get it, but no one's playing better than Trinidad Chamberlain. That's the way it is. So, also bonus play over 24.5 rushing yard prop. Love it.
Ooh, yeah. I like actually a lot of these quarterback ones. I even like Beck.
I love Trinidad over rushing prop. That's my big bank. I like the under, but I'm taking Ole Miss plus 3.5 and money line. Let's go.
Well, Ole Miss has just got to limit the run. I would sell out. I would because Miami. If you look at what Miami has done in both of their wins, like their offense has actually been shit. You know what I mean? Like Mark, with the exception, if you can stop Fletcher, Beck threw for 103 yards against A&M.
I know.
Now maybe you'd say that's maybe the windy conditions. Last week against Ohio State, he threw for $138. So it's like, if you could just stop the run and make Beck beat you with his arm, I don't know that. And that's honestly, that's how, I mean, Louisville won wire to wire against them at Miami, but Beck threw so many fucking picks that game. They even had picks that were like, they didn't even show up on the stat sheet because they called like PI or some shit, roughing the passer or something.
Real quick, let me pull up a comment here to reply to this. Who told me to get off my knees about Trinidad? I tell you, who needs to get off his knees this week is Michael Irvin when he gets his Arizona Coke and he's down there on the fucking sideline.
Watch out for that fentanyl.
Yeah,
watch out for that fentanyl.
There's some fentanyl out there in Arizona, so that's who needs to get off their knees.
So Mac, what are you doing here, man?
So I've gone back and forth on this one because I think Miami does have a lot of mismatches here in favor of them. I think they're way better in the trenches. I think their defense is fucking awesome. I mean, that's why we took them against Ohio State.
Yeah.
They should win.
But Ohio State's offense was ass against Indiana, too. I mean,
here's and I'm getting to my point. They should win. Like, Miami is, in my opinion, the better roster. They have it's laid out for them perfectly, right on a tee.
Well, they have their staff.
Yes, they got their staff. All they got to do is win one game. They're going to play a national championship back at the Orange Bowl for the Natty for the first time in 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miami comes out and hits Ole Miss in the mouth a little bit. I think it kind of plays out like the Notre Dame game, the Ohio State game. But Notre Dame and Ohio State got back into those games, and that was Carr's first game. And to your point, Julian saying, there's something about this Trinidad Chambliss dude, best player on the field, fearless.
Won a natty last year.
Yes, I think this plays out like the Georgia game. I think
Me too.
I think Miami is going to dominate the first half, and we're going to be like, shit, Miami kicked their ass. Why are they only up a possession right now? And I think Ole Miss is just going to keep chipping away. And then Cristobal is going to get tight in the fourth quarter. He's going to play super conservative. Ole Miss comes back, wins it at the end. I'll take Ole Miss in the points.
Oh, triple lock.
Hotty toddy.
Let's go.
Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy to the natty.
Triple lock on Ole Miss. Let's go. Sammy316 in the chat. Serious question. I would really appreciate your opinions. Did that amazing FCS championship do anything to grow the FCS fan base? I think it's a tough question for me to for me, I would think, but I think part of the reason why college football gets destroyed by NFL ratings, I think it's hard for casuals to grasp something that has 136 teams, right? Same can be said for FCS.
But I'll say this: the way, because ESPN controls college football, they have a monopoly on his bowl season, for crying out loud, and they run college football like it's the NFL. They put the TMZ games out there. And as Mac pointed out, if they would just promote these games more, put more of these damn games on there, that would grow the FCS. Not just that game, but the entire playoffs, and put them in prime spots. Maybe put them on alternate nights. I don't know what it is, but they have the power to promote that. You need to do more of it. It would if they showed more of it, but it's up to the networks. It's not up to the FCS. It's obviously not up to the FCS.
Well, no, some of it is college sports. Like I will say you're 100% right with the networks, but I also believe the administrators are dinosaurs. It's like they continuously like think like, okay, all of college football has been changing. Like you have some programs that are just learning about the transfer portal. So like my point is like a lot of these schools can play their games whenever the fuck they want, and then TV might follow, right?
Yeah.
But they say, well, Saturdays are ticket sales. And it's like ticket sales. If you were to take a chance and do a Friday night game, if you're fucking Cal Poly or if you're wherever, I think then you would have more chances to get eyeballs on your product. So I think it's a little bit of both. Like, yes, the TV networks should try to force them, but also I think the administration and stuff should say, hey, we should try to do this as a Friday night game. Because don't give me this. I mean, even in the FCS ranks, they all opted into the rev share. You know, majority of these schools were opted into the rev share. So clearly it's not truly always about the education.
Right.
So,
and when you're talking about the networks like this, they have such little vision. It's the opposite of the Mike Tomlin quote. Their rear view mirror is much larger than their windshield. They only know what they know. You know what I mean? And that's what they're like, oh, this is what they want. Well, no, this is what you gave them. You know, you're saying they want to see LSU at 5-6, whatever, because it's a brand name, instead of showing a product that people can get behind and rally behind in one of the, exciting college football.
We had Dan Hawkins on this show. And Dan Hawkins said like he and Dirk Cutter and the Boise AD at the time, I forget who, in the mid 90s, but they basically had this game plan of like, we want to hit up ESPN aggressively, saying they had just jumped up to the FBS and they said, you know what? We want to schedule all of our games Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays.
Yeah.
Right. And they hounded ESPN. They said like they would Dan Hawkins said he would write emails to ESPN saying, hey, we have a game you should market.
Right.
So that should happen. That should happen. Yeah.
Man, Friday night, Thursday night, get creative, get in those standalone windows, get your fucking product on national TV. You saw the reaction last night from every national TV member. Like, all you got to do is put it in front of them.
I'll say this though, Sammy, by them moving it, this is year 2 on Monday night. They used to do it on Sunday, right up against the NFL.
Very dumb.
So I do think naturally by doing it Monday night and having an awesome game, once people are finding out about the product, it is working in that regard. Like that's bound to get some more people.
They did the same thing with the Brawl the Wild rematch too. Even the Broadwood Brawl the Wild, they still put it up against other games that are going to get eyeballs. Like you have windows. There's so many windows to put it isolated. Do it, and then
especially because that game's
that's how you build the momentum, right?
In Mountain/Pacific time zone, so they could have put that much later.
They could have put that anywhere.
Yeah.
You put fucking football in front of American men.
Red-blooded. Go ahead.
They're going to watch the fucking games. They're going to fucking bet on the games. I mean, what the fuck do you think they're going to do? Fucking hang out with their wife and watch The Bachelorette or whatever the fuck?
Every red-blooded American just signed up to Alabama after seeing his goddamn whore of a fiance.
Nobody wants to hang out with their wife. Fucking put the football game on.
No, it's true, though. It really is. Well, ESPN are basically the mob. I mean, they really are. If they don't have a contract with you, they will try to squash you. And even if they have a contract they don't like when they had hockey, they put that down in the fucking basement with Barry Melrose.
You're right, though. The minute they lost the Big Ten, and that's when you started to see like Herb Street and all their talking suits just completely like. Remember Joey Galloway say Arizona State, Kansas State? Why are we talking about this?
Yeah,
it's like, dude, your job is to be an analyst on fucking college football. Kansas State had won the Big 12 the year before. Arizona State ended up winning the Big 12 that year.
Yeah. And it's a problem because they control the narrative because they are the fucking monopoly.
Yeah, and number one coach on the carousel.
Except for us, we're the only 3 ones fighting a good fight.
Yeah. Mo, that's never gonna happen. Look, I wish it would, but FCS is not gonna do that ever, just because it goes off. Yeah.
Well, you can't interfere with UFL.
No, but that just won't happen because look, everything is set up around football being in the fall to the winter. Everything, and like even your other sports you'd be competing against. So I don't think that could ever realistically happen. Besides, unless another Wuhan virus hits the streets. Obviously a rematch, but before I get to that, I want to let the good folks know the college football experience is brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you know you're getting the download $50 when you spend $5. So get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has been crushing it in college football this season, especially on the props. Been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is up and running, obviously, over 300 schools. Rhythm's got predictions for every game, every night. It pairs perfectly with the College Basketball Experience podcast, which myself and Mac host. So jump over there. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off those off the house model, or you can make your own sliders. So jump over there. Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. That's Rhythm, RITHMM. Promo code SGPN25. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
We're back.
So we get the rematch, guys, and look, we had a rematch. We had a rematch last week, and it delivered. Ole Miss Georgia was probably the best game, I think. I mean, Miami Ohio State was fun, but yeah, I think Ole Miss Georgia was the best game. So we get a rematch. Oregon in filthy Mercedes-Benz Stadium taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. They played earlier this year at Autzen Stadium, and the Hoosiers they actually dominated the game. If it wasn't for a pick six by Mendoza that he threw, the final score would have been 30-13. But Oregon got 20 on that pick six, or got a touchdown on that pick six, so it was 30-20 the final. But man, if you look into that box score, it is not pretty. Oregon was 3 of 14 on third down. They only ran for 81 yards, only had 267 yards total. They were sacked 6 times. I'm sorry, 6 times. Dante Moore was sacked. He threw 2 picks. So now we get this game, and this is the tricky part. You saw obviously Ole Miss beat Georgia, so they went 1-1. A lot of times when you get that rematch,
Georgia, Alabama.
The only one that's swept the board is Georgia Southern against App State in the Deeper Than Hate bowl game there.
Yeah.
But look, Oregon's offense was trash last week. Now I know Texas Tech's D-line is maybe the best in all of college football. But I just think you look at look at all of Oregon's offensive outputs. Right? I'm talking in the good opponents they played. So they scored 13 on offense against Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 18 on. Actually, I don't even think it was 18 because didn't they get a safety? They got a safety. They scored 16 on offense, all on field goals.
That's a good point. Without you take away those defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, against Iowa, and then against Texas Tech. What did that all? I mean, I know they got the late score with like 16 seconds left. What a dick, by the way. Put
up Ty Ducks fans $5. No, that's $5 I can shove up your fucking ass.
Shout out Ty Duck fan giving us $5.
I just ripped up $1,000 Texas Tech ticket. He goes, "How did that bet go? How did that bet go?
How did our Oregon -7 against Indiana go the first time? Remember? That was a triple lock on Oregon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
True. We did triple lock Oregon.
Was it $1,000 loss? I mean, now it's a $998.50 loss as we chop that $5 3 ways. Just kidding. All love the Tide. All love the Tide.
I mean, look, Oregon's defense played phenomenal last week, but at the same time, like
Texas Tech's offense was trash.
Yeah,
Oregon's defense is very good. It's not that good.
I think Utah would have beaten Texas Tech if Baron Morton had to play the whole game, because when they weren't doing anything when Morton was in, he was throwing picks. But anyway, I mean, shout out to, but I'm all over Indiana, guys. I mean, look, I just think I actually think they're going to win it all. I just think they're the most complete team. Is it a rematch a little scary? Sure. All right. But at the same time, I just don't know. I will say that I guess there's no Daly, the DN, Stephen Daly, the one of their better defensive linemen, but he didn't play against Alabama, but Alabama's O-line is a little worse than Oregon's. But I just think Oregon is been a little phony on offense all year. Now their defense is legit, but their offense I think has issues. I think Indiana will make them pay for that. And and by the way, I'm sorry, I don't think I let in with the actual spread right now. It is Indiana laying 3.5, the over under at 47.5. Oregon's plus 150 on the money line if you like the Ducks. But yeah, I think Indiana's going to fuck them up. I actually think the score was worse last time, and that was at Autzen. This is not at Autzen. This is in. And how about this? How about the fact that Oregon is going back to the East Coast? So they were in Miami. They go to Eugene, now back to the East Coast. I think it's all an advantage for Indiana. I will lay the 3.5 with the Hoosiers. I bet you Mendoza doesn't throw a pick in this, or a pick 6 at least in this, but I don't think he'll throw a pick either. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing there. Mendoza was not good in this game, in the original game. It was his second worst game of the season next to the Old Dominion, which was understandable. It was his first start. Pick 6 that tied the game up. Indiana dominated the game with that defense. Now, they confused
in Autzen, which is like one of the hardest places to play.
And they were 7-point dogs, 8-point dogs. So the line, so I could see the argument for taking the points with Oregon actually, because that's a huge line
swing.
Swing and a revenge game. Now it's going to be what did Oregon learn from that as far as the confusing defense of Indiana? But I just trust Cignetti. This team, what are they, 26 years old by average? These guys are grown adults. I mean, this is insane. They're undefeated. And you're right. I'm not saying Oregon's phony by any means. I do have questions about Dante Moore and this offense. I think their defense is very good. I don't think they're that good. I think they ran into a couple offenses that were just not prepared. And you just can't rattle this Indiana team. They're never behind the sticks. They do exactly what they want to do.
Oregon had one rush over 7 yards in that game.
Yes. And now when you're talking about, and when Oregon went against good defenses, like you already stated, we take out those defensive touchdowns, they've scored 16, 14, 17, even a Penn State game. Like I don't know, this Indiana team, they're smashing. I mean, I took them already plus whatever it is, 170 to win a championship. I just don't think anyone.
It's not an Autzen. Think about that. Every play call you hear is, this is a huge advantage by not being at Autzen. If you did that at Autzen, I couldn't imagine what's going to happen here in Atlanta.
Right. This is one of these things. Don't overthink it. I'm hammering Indiana, and if it loses, it loses. I'll be able to go to bed at night. But if I take Oregon and Indiana's up 21-3, I'm like, what was I thinking? This is it. This is Indiana's winning a championship. Deal with it. This is going to be an amazing story. First ever. This is incredible. But I just think Indiana's they just don't have any weaknesses. And like I said, this was the game when they won at Oregon where I'm like, oh, wow, this Indiana team is absolutely legitimate. And they didn't even play that great, but they overwhelm you. And they overwhelm you, and they didn't even have a sweat versus Alabama. And they didn't even have a sweat. So 3.5, that's a pretty damn cheap number. Laid with Indiana. Lock it up.
Yeah, look, Oregon travels well, but it's not going to be Autzen.
Yeah, they travel.
Indiana travels well. You know how many fucking rich fucking Indiana alums?
I think it'll be 50-50.
Yeah.
Oregon travels very well. They have a very obnoxious fan base that have $120 receiver gloves. They put the O in front of your windshield and shit. They're fucking Nike squad. Go to hell. I'm saying, let's go. Cignetti. Google that motherfucker. They're going to pound them.
They're winning the Natty, dude. I just can't see anyone. They're on another level. They're on another level than anybody else right now.
Yes.
I'm laying it too. Like I think, man, you win at Autzen, and to me, look, just just because it was what did someone say up there? The game was tied with 6 minutes left. You were still losing the whole game. Like how many minutes of actual game time were you up?
Right. And a game
in
a game you were favored to win by double digits. By the way.
Yeah.
Also, what is the total on this game?
The total is, what is the total? What did I say? 47.5.
Yeah, I think that's a smidge high too, as far as both defenses. I mean, these are two great defenses. They are.
Yeah.
So I do think there's going to be control and reserve. It's going to get tighter. I like both unders in these Final Fours, but certainly give me Indiana to win. I mean, this is the only play to make.
Yeah. No, it is incredibly hard to beat a team twice. That's a fact. We just saw Ole Miss do this, but I just think Indiana's on a different level. I also think Oregon's offense has been trash in these big games, and that's going to bite them at some point.
Dante Moore's already talking about not being drafted by the Jets. Dante, what? Dante Moore. I watch you, UCLA, sir.
Oregon's defense is super legit, but like I just at some point it's going to cost them.
Is good. Yeah. I'm not trying to throw any shade at Oregon's defense. I just don't think they're at this elite level, that they're being put at because of the offenses they face, like you said.
I mean, like I said, go look at the Texas Tech game.
Right.
They were 4 of 19 on third down. You can't consistently win games doing that. They pull up the first matchup against Indiana, right? They did the same shit. Pull up the Iowa game, 3 and 10 on third down. Right. And that's just one metric. We can dive into a bunch of other shit too, but I just feel like that offense is going to cost him at some point. And Dante Moore threw 2 picks in the first game. So if you think Lanning has Mendoza's number because of a pick 6, well, watch out for that side of things too, because before he had the home crowd behind him where, so now you're going to have some actual noise with Indiana there. I know Daly's out, but I still think they'll get after it. What were you going to say, CJ?
I was just saying, as far as the under goes, teams coming off a win over a ranked team and playing another ranked team, listen to this, are 88 and 38 to the under. That's almost 69%. That goes back to September 2021.
Yeah. That's impressive.
That's pretty crazy stat.
Yeah. No, that really is. McIntyre, what are you doing here?
So I went back and watched that game, and you guys are right. I mean, Indiana kicked their ass, and at the time, I think all three of us were stunned.
We triple wide.
I was on Oregon.
Yeah,
I was definitely on Oregon that week, and that's why I was like, I was blown away. I was like, wow, Indiana is, because they won that, and to me, throwing a pick 6 to tie it up. Like that's how good Indiana was, and they still won that game, and they looked dominant.
And a lot of times, by the way, the second matchup is not. It's rare where you see the team getting the second matchup that lost or that won at. You know what I mean? Like
right.
It's
usually a home game, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Like Ole Miss lost at Georgia, and then you got them in New Orleans, which obviously that was an Ole Miss crowd, right? It was not the same thing as playing between the hedges. This is similar to me, but obviously that's why I'm going to take Indiana, is because they should be better because they're not playing in a hostile environment.
Yep.
Tulane also got whooped by Ole Miss twice, but that was both in Vaught-Hemingway. So,
and I will say, and I was on Ole Miss in that game, but Tulane in that second rematch, they still moved the ball. They didn't score, but they moved the ball pretty well against them.
Yeah,
but
they did.
But Ole Miss, I mean, obviously handled Ole Miss. I would even throw an Oregon team total under. I think it's like 20.5 right now. I don't know. I just think this Indiana defense is going to be suffocating. I don't know what they're going to figure out.
Yeah. I mean, or maybe Oregon can strip sack and get after Mendoza or something, and I just can't see Oregon's offense doing anything against Indiana. Mac, what else did you want to say, man?
Well, so I think Oregon. This is going to sound crazy because of what Indiana has done. I think Oregon kind of thought that they were just going to go through the motions and kick Indiana's ass, because if you remember, they were coming off the Penn State win, and I know Penn State ended up sucking, but when they beat Penn State in Happy Valley, we thought, oh shit, they wanted Happy Valley. They're the real fucking deal.
But still, Indiana was a playoff team last year.
Yeah, but dude, at the time we were like, dude, they're gonna kill Indiana. They're coming out to
I agree. Yeah.
So in Indiana, like you said, controlled the line of scrimmage. It was the first time Dante Moore and company played from behind, and he made mistakes. I mean, he had 2 bad interceptions, set up a short field for Indiana. I think Oregon's going to start fast here. I like Oregon in the revenge angle here, start fast and actually had the lead and put some game pressure on Indiana. I think that this is going to be a 13-10 or low-scoring type game, just like the Big Ten championship. I think Oregon's going to shock the world and beat Indiana outright. Revenge for Lanning and company. There you go, Ty Duck fan. I took you the first time. Running back with the Ducks.
Okay, listen.
Quack, quack.
Listen, I don't hate the Oregon pick. Let's slow down to shock the world. They're 3.5. It's a 3.5. It's 3.5.
Well, there's not a lot of people. I mean, who's picking Oregon right now? Who's picking Oregon?
I agree with that. All the tickets are on Indiana. I agree with that.
Yeah, but I mean, Oregon was a 7-point favorite a couple of weeks back, 8 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah, let's slow down with the shock the world here. This is Philip Knight University.
The way they're talking about Indiana and Cincinnati, they're never going to lose a goddamn game again. And Oregon,
I can't wait to send this clip to Cincinnati. He'll find you. He'll find you, Mac.
Yeah, come get me, Cincinnati.
I'm going to guarantee you this. I think Mendoza's actually going to play much better than he played the first game.
That's going
to be another degree of an element that Oregon is going to have to deal with.
That's what I'm saying. Mendoza had his second worst game of the year against Oregon, and he still won confidently.
Well, my point is, I think both quarterbacks were bad in that game.
True.
And Oregon actually ran the ball well with their 2 backs. They just couldn't protect. Like, the rushing stats look bad because Dante Moore got sacked 7 times. Jesus Christ, I can't believe Kansas just got some fog voodoo. Are you watching this, Colby?
Did they pull that off?
Oh, shit.
Unbelievable. But yeah, anyway, back to my point. I just think this game's going to come right down the wire, just like the Ohio State-Indiana game. I think all 3 of those teams at the top are pretty evenly matched all year. I know Indiana has really made some fuck you games. I mean, you look at it. Oregon and Indiana at Iowa, they kind of were the same games. They both stole the game from Iowa late. At Penn State, they both had to steal the game from them late as well. I think that these 2 teams are pretty even. I think it should be more of a pick 'em, to be honest. I think Oregon's pretty damn good. I mean,
they of course are good.
No, but didn't you take Alabama to beat Indiana last week?
No, I never said money line. I never said money line.
You love Bama. You love the Boars as a dog. The Boars is a dog. Because he'll line up for that field goal and try to backdoor it. No.
You know why? You know why he's pissed off, Bet Detective? Because Cignetti went to Dub V.
Yeah.
And then right after his playing career, he coached at Pitt.
Yeah. Yes. This is his humble pie here. Quack, quack. Let's go, Duck.
It's personal.
I will say he made more of an argument for the under because and we all did.
Yes.
I mean, there's a long stream here with Oregon's offense against good defenses because they played Iowa, Penn State, Texas Tech, Indiana, and they averaged 1.8 points a drive in that game. And if you take away the defensive touchdowns, 17 points a game. That's why I like the Oregon team total under. That's why I like the under. And that's why I like Indiana to grind it out.
Yeah, I like it too. So we got a battle.
Just in life. Crush your enemies. See them driven before you.
We got a battle. Dundee. Bet Detective on the Hoosiers. McIntyre saying quack, quack, quack. Ty giving you $2. Said he's sending you a Mateo jersey. Let's go.
Right. Is that jersey from Temu for $2?
Is that one of those Phil Knight jerseys where they got all those? How many 8-year-olds? How many 8-year-olds does it take to make that jersey?
Yeah, for $2, that's not an official jersey. That's from Temu. That's from the China sweatshops.
Is there a discount when it gets to over 24 hours of working for those kids? When they get that second shift, they're on that 30th hour. Is there a little discount? Yeah, that's our show, guys. Which one? Let me ask you this: which one do you guys feel better about of the 2? Because I actually feel better about Indiana than I do Ole Miss. I feel pretty confident Indiana's going to do this. So that's my lock. This one, I could see me eating shit here, but I'm still riding with Ole Miss and that magic. But Bet Detective, which one do you feel better about?
No, 100% Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami's on a roll. I don't all the stuff I said about Ole Miss. Miami is that D line is, I mean, ferocious. So I like Ole Miss, but yeah, Indiana is definitely one I feel more confident about.
Yeah. Mac, which one do you feel better about?
If we're doing the lock dog format, I'll lock Oregon plus 3.5. Like I said, I think this is a fucking grinder of a game with the under. Comes right down the field goal. I think Oregon's going to end up winning, but with the dog, I'll play with house money with Trinidad Chambliss. See, give me Mario Cristobal to just find a way to shit the bed here and blow this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Ole Miss money.
Yeah.
And quick shout out to Houston basketball for winning and not covering. Go fuck yourselves.
I'm on Texas Tech. There we fucking go.
Did you watch this Auburn A&M finish? Oh my God.
I missed it. I got it on over there though. So I gotta
Kansas
check it out.
Kansas in OT.
Yeah, I mean, and I bet Kansas. I bet Kansas. So this could be magical. Folks, Moneyline McIntosh is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. CJ Sullivan is on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _. Make sure you check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast and make sure you check out the college basketball experience. Will be going live in probably like an hour, 30 minutes, something like that. So yeah, buckle up. All right. Looking forward to, we're going to do a transfer portal episode at some point, but enjoy these games. We'll hit you with a reaction show as well. So yeah, till next time, folks, this is the college football experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Run and shoot.